Okay, getting the first pick. Oh, get three, Pyro, get three with the
Blade Kid's putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome back to Tranquility Gaming. Tonight we have the Season 8 Preseason Transcendence Tier Finals between Epizeuxis and Manifest. I'm Kraken, and I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's match. I'm joined by none other than Capital as the analyst and with the fantastic booth on production. Although I made my Tranquility Gaming debut casting League for the triathlon, this is my first time casting Overwatch at all, much less with Tranquility. And coincidentally, this is Capital's first time casting Overwatch with Tranquility. So thank you all for being here and joining us on this kind of new experience. Cap, how you feeling?
Nervous, but I'm excited to get into it. Should be fun. Should be a really, really great game between these two teams. Epizeuxis, a lot of Devil Dukes from last season, who have honestly looked really, really good. And then Manifest kind of came out of the woodworks, you know, beating Devil Dukes there, which is a really, really good win last week on Thursday. So I'm excited to see a really, really close but very good game.
Nice. When you look at the rosters of these two teams, what are a couple of picks? Who do you really expect to see kind of pop off and have a really good showing on stream tonight?
The biggest thing that I at least see from these two teams, again, Epizeuxis bring a lot of that Devil Dukes playoff roster from last season. Chudonger, that flexible, obviously has been in the community, Overwatch community for a while, really great. Cam is also a really, really good player, and QZ, who isn't playing right now, but QZ is another great player who originally from that Marsupial Gaming org, who has made their presence known and shrank through the last few seasons. And then Sherb and Source, again, that support line, you know, as a support, I gotta punt them out, and they're really solid. I'm excited to see Manifest's newer pickups like Schnee, but I'm excited. Overall, it should be really good. Both teams are loaded.
Awesome. I'm so excited for it. One thing, I was doing some research before the game because I didn't know what Epizeuxis meant, but it is a literary or like a rhetoric term where you repeat the same word or phrase over and over. So it's interesting. So we'll see if they end up repeating any phrases, if they say anything in chat, if they get any banter going on. Well, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah. So we're heading to Nepal right now. First control map we're starting off with. Is that correct? I believe so.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so I'm pretty excited to get into this and get it underway for this preseason finals where, you know, winner goes home.
Yeah. So it looks like that Manifest is starting out in the red and Epizeuxis is in the blue. Manifest on this like double shield brawl type onto Nepal Sanctum, whereas Epizeuxis looks like they're going a more traditional brawl, but with, should be a diva instead of that hog. Yeah, there it is.
Round one.
All right. So as you're looking at this comp, what do you kind of see as both teams start to roll out and get into this?
Yeah,
What's the one thing we're looking for?
Epizeuxis is really going to take this fight fast. Like right now, they want to start it really quick.
Yeah, so right in here, they get in there, they break the double shield, the Mei wall is up. Golo is able to get the kill onto Maestro on the Orisa. Immortality comes out, and they take down the turret from Zephyr, so they're just kind of standing here, poking the control point. It's about to unlock. Seems like a pretty decent first pick for this team.
Yeah, Epizeuxis really getting that first pick is helpful. They want to be taking these fights super quick while Manifest looks to stall them out and get rid of the resources on Epizeuxis' side.
Yeah, Immortality Field already out. Haruhiru takes down Zephyr, and Golo gets the Fire Strike kill onto Source. So another 2 really good kills from Epizeuxis as now they look to take this chokehold and just kind of keep them off the point. 20 down.
Yeah.
What do you see from this ult economy here?
Yeah, the biggest thing that Manifest has to do is they're going to want to be engaging with ultimates to get some space. With Epizeuxis, they're going to take these fights quick as possible and make sure at least the resources don't get run out on their side. That's going to be the real difference maker, is how does Manifest bait out these resources from Epizeuxis, and how can Epizeuxis respond to these rotations and the stall of Manifest.
Yeah, so right here, both the shields come out.
Whoa.
A great pull. Maestro is able to pull Golo off the map. The window comes out from the Baptiste. Is not able to get another pull, but Schnee gets the kill. Zephyr gets the kill. They are just kind of rolling on to this point, which is pretty surprising given that they didn't use the ults and Epizeuxis did. That Manifest takes the point.
Yeah, Manifest did a really great job there rotating around, making sure Epizeuxis couldn't commit to a side and dictate the tempo. Manifest really wants to dictate this tempo, stall out these fights, make Epizeuxis split up, and really make sure they get to the strengths of this double shield and the strengths of the spam comp into this brawl.
Yeah, it seems like that was a pretty heartbreaking opening pick with the pull on the Reinhardt. So they're starting to rotate around to this left side as Manifest gets set up. They drop down onto the point, and they're all right. Now Manifest comes to defend it. They pop so many ults at one time. They use the Sigma Gravitic Flux. Sly is able to get the boot kill. The Cam gets the self-destruct kill on the Schnee. SWB with a nice arrow to the McCree, or to the Cassie, excuse me.
This fight is still super messy.
Yeah, this is going all over the places right now. Epizeuxis does take the point and ultimately come away with it. Baptiste is used. All right, so how does Manifest respond to this?
Yeah, Epizeuxis right now is just they're looking to stall at this point, making sure again that Manifest can't get the tempo. Epizeuxis looking right now, they're trying to take the fight into this brawl, so they're really playing to both their strengths, but Epizeuxis is just making use of their strengths better right now.
Yeah, a couple more ults coming out, and they've still got the point. It's ticking down all the way, and it doesn't look like Manifest is going to be able to really take a significant kind of fight back onto it. They do have the Sigma and the Brig on point trying to contest, but ultimately they get the kills, and it looks like Manifest can't really do anything but try and stall right now.
Yeah, that Baptiste kill was really brutal there at the end, but Epizeuxis should be able to just clean this up. They really just dictated tempo throughout this as the stall keeps continuing. The tempo of the whole thing right there, where they're in this closed area, the rotations are really through these chokes that Epizeuxis really can just abuse, whereas Manifest has to, again, there's wanting to play more slow, wanting to play an open area, and on this point, it's really hard to do that against this brawl. So the thing that at least that I would see coming up in the next point is what comps are going to be changing, and if the comps don't change, what point of the poll is going to be played on. Because if it's Village, then this brawl probably can win out, whereas if it's Shrine, then this double shield looks really good in that open space.
Yeah, so Epizeuxis does take the first map. All right, so given that it's Shrine, what do you see here?
Yeah, I mean, this double shield against the brawl would look great still. I'd love to see a ball or a dive composition coming out from either side. Again, that should be really good. I also could be very good here, making use of the burst damage. But they look to be both being on this brawl. Should be it looks like a mirror right now, so really should be just the best team at brawl.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if Manifest can answer back. They TP, they get the speed boost on. So they take the point about the same time as both teams going to start poking each other out here. The Maywall comes up from Haruhiro, as right now SWB on this sim just trying to put out as much damage as he can.
Yeah, both these teams are playing Symmetra, wanting to get this beam charge and then looking to go in. They're just driving for positioning right now for the Symmetra to get the most damage off.
All right, so both Maywalls coming out. Immortality is down for I believe both teams. Is right now a couple of kills. Reinhardt, Maestro, and Symmetra down for Manifest. The Baptiste ult comes out, and they're still contesting. The point has yet to be taken. Right now we see Frozen just trying to get as much damage as he can. Ooh, a big shatter comes down from Golo. Immortality Field comes out, but it doesn't really matter as they're able to do a really nice job at cleaning up, and Epizeuxis is going to take this first point.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I saw there at least was Epizeuxis had a while Golo had, I believe Golo had died early on in the fight. The big thing was I think SWB on Manifest side, they lost a lot of their damage when the Symmetra died. As you see, Frozen now has this sim wall as SWB is approaching it. I want to see how they're looking to engage with that, and then also Haruhiro has a Blizzard about 30% earlier.
All right, so the Baptiste comes out pretty early. Ooh, and Golo gets the double fire strike kill onto Sherb and Zephyr. Right now you see Haruhiro pushing away. Golo charges in, looks to get some more poke damage out. A really, really good job at shutting down that engage early to start the fight and kind of stop the fight before there even is one.
Yeah, that was a really, really good early fight. Again, that Blizzard, that window really just won them the fight in one ultimate, and that's really how they keep track of this. And they want to be using ults first and really dictating this tempo.
Yeah, so the bomb comes in, Immortality comes out early from Manifest. They do drop the Lucio beat. The beat comes out from both teams. Both sim walls go up. There's Bedlam right now, but not much actually happening as right now Manifest starts to take the point. Maestro has the shatter. Both shatters come out. It's a big one, and Truedonger is able to get the kill on the source. They keep swinging. And it's just Bedlam here as Epizeuxis is able to kind of hold this down and clean up and maintain the point right now. 75% lead as they look to try and stagger this Baby Diva.
Yeah, this stagger's gonna be brutal. And the big thing there was at least like again the tempo of which Epizeuxis is playing this brawl is just quicker than Manifest right now. Manifest overall has been using ults second, and Epizeuxis is deciding where to take every fight. Though Truedonger did have a pretty late window, it shouldn't cost them too much as the bout equal with Source. But the only ult in this fight that's coming up is Zephyr. So let's see if Zephyr can make this Blizzard and really use it to the advantage.
Yeah, they don't. They're taking their time, and I don't know if they have enough time to take. So they're coming in. We're waiting for May to use that ult for Zephyr to drop it. She does, and it looks like it's a pretty decent. It's a great one on point. They're able to take down Golo, Frozen. The Immortality Field comes out. They take down Truedonger. So right now it looks like this is just cleanup time for Manifest as they try to put Epizeuxis away, and they do get the Diva and the Lucio. So good job for Manifest. They had one ult to use, and they used it really effectively. Well done.
Yeah, Manifest again. They dictated the tempo in that fight. They had the ultimate. They were respected. Their space was taken. They took that space for free, and then they abused, and not even like abused it, but they even used that space great on how Epizeuxis had taken it from them. Now let's see what Epizeuxis will do now. Retake this space as they haven't had to do that this map yet.
Yeah, so Source uses the Baptiste ult pretty early, but ultimately doesn't get a whole lot of value out of it as Epizeuxis is kind of just able to speed out of the way. The bomb comes out, the shatter comes down, the wall comes up, the other wall comes up. So many ults kind of fused all at one time. Is right now Frozen and Haruhiro able to get some kills onto the Manifest support line, and it's hard to tell who's still left on point. Right now, Golo's up. He's got the shatter. He's swinging as best as he can.
Huge beat.
The Lucio ult comes out to save him. Cam has the Diva ult right now, and they're just still fighting. It's 54% Manifest right now. The bomb doesn't quite get anything. Golo is still swinging.
There's a 6th ult now used by Epizeuxis in this fight.
There's so many. You see the ball comes in trying to get the stall, but right now, Epizeuxis is on cleanup duty yet again. Is they're able to recap the point, and it looks like this might be Nepal for them.
Yeah, Epizeuxis did a really good job. Again, now I'm gonna keep saying this word over and over again, but Brawl is so important. This tempo that they're playing at, and understanding their win cons in the tempo, using these resources to be able to take space, and then using those ult to clean it up. Really big deal on that side, and Epizeuxis really showed the masterclass right there. Yeah,
it really did seem like the point was just kind of theirs whenever they wanted it. That they did a really good job. Their rotations and their grouping just felt pretty crisp. They did a really good job. So a strong 2-0 from Epizeuxis to take this control map. And Assault is up next.
Yeah, I want to see which Assault the Manifest is going to go towards at least. The biggest thing with them is what composition they're going to play. They looked to play Brawl against them. It didn't look terrible. It looked like a few things that could have been tightened up with taking space, but overall it wasn't that bad. They showed a lot of potential on it, and as this is preseason, I really want to see them improve throughout this map. and throughout the whole series. While Epizeuxis, I want to see, do they have other comps in the book? I want to see, again, what this assault map is going to be able to bring for both teams.
So just as a reminder for our preseason map pool, for Assault, we have Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, and Volskaya Industries. So we'll see which map that they end up going to. Right here, if you're Manifest, I know that we don't exactly know what maps that these teams prefer. We don't have the Scrimbucks. We're not up to date. But if you're on Manifest, what might you be looking for from one of these maps? As it does look like we're going to Volskaya Industries. Like what kind of comps do you want to see on Volskaya?
So on Volskaya, and at least knowing these teams and players from last season playing against both of them, Manifest at least last season had a great ball comp with Karkanos on that main tank. I want to see if they're going to pull that back out again, if they can pull that back out again. Whereas I know Epizeuxis more was a brawl-centered team, so on Volskaya, I think it really can play to Manifest strengths if they can pull out that dive and that dive, like the monkey dive, or even that double shield, because those really open sight lines, where Epizeuxis is going to have to do a really, really good job on rotating around with this brawl. But, I mean, if the brawl rotates really well into this, they can definitely win this map with brawl as well. I think while this plays to Manifest strengths, can still pull it out, but this is looking like a really 50-50 map in my opinion.
All right, well, it's time for us to load into Volskaya Industries and see, does Manifest have the mental to kind of bounce back and even the score, or will Epizeuxis take a more commanding 2-0 lead? And so let's get into it.
Yeah. Things that I want to see coming out here on the defense would be something other than brawl. I want to see what Epizeuxis can play. It's preseason. Let's see what else. Let's have some magic. Let's take some magic here. Whereas I want this ball comp again. I want to see this ball comp. It's been so good recently, and I want to see if they can pull it out. But on the defense, it looks like a brawl, but again, not really. It's more of a shadow dive, a rush comp coming out with this Sombra Reaper. So on this defense, they want to be dictating tempo. Again, they want to be playing even faster than this brawl they played last map, but again with a lot less sustain. And then we're still waiting on this, waiting on the choices from the Manifest side. But it looks like if it's a double bubble, they're going to be playing slow around ultimates, around this on-ult, around this brig ult. They're going to be looking to, again, slow it down, play a lot more positionally based, and look to be taking space that they've secured through taking flanks, and then looking to build ults with positioning and look to do some scouting.
All right, but yeah, just like you said, the SWB on the Sombra kind of coming out, trying to do her best to get some tracking out. Right now, all of Epizeuxis is kind of hidden in this little cubby over on the left, but SWB knows. Yeah. So I don't know but Epizeuxis also knows that they know. I would imagine, because someone's missing. You see, there's a Sombra missing.
Well, right? heroes have been revealed.
kind of holding it off, and right now Epizeuxis just runs right into it. There are two people on the point for Manifest. Is right now our hero on the Reaper just kind of charging into them. The Sombra and the Tracer on point, looking to do some counter damage against Frozen on their Sombra. Tracer recall comes out, and Epizeuxis does a good job on coming back, collapsing on the point. Right now, battling up. Maestro pretty low on the Winston. D.Va about half health, and so both of these teams kind of looking for an opportunity to jump back in. One tick taken, but ultimately I'm not sure that's going to be that big of a deal for this kind of beginning of the map.
Yeah, the biggest thing here, again, is how is Epizeuxis looking to sustain with this 6-man? While now they have this nano, they're building around this ultimate, they're going to be able to go in.
Yeah, the nano from the Winston comes out already. The EMP comes out from Frozen to kind of shut it all down. Right now, Sly gets the kill onto Maestro. Zephyr on the Tracer gets the kill on Golo. So both main tanks down as these teams kind of look to fight around the point. The EMP comes out from SWB, still fighting on the point. It was a pretty good one. Got multiple people right now. The bomb comes out from Schnee. Cam gets the kill onto the Tracer.
Oh, with the remake!
Remake kill onto the Haru Hero. So right now, both teams still fighting, using a bunch of these ults, and have not taken back the point yet. And it looks like right now. All right, so Golo does get the kill onto Source. The sound barrier comes out as Maestro looks to kind of push this Moira off, and still a whole lot of fighting and not a whole lot of grouping. Haruhiro does get the kill on the Maestro. It's a lot of drama. Frozen gets the kill onto SWB as they're trying to escape, so a lot of fighting, a lot of ults used, but not a whole lot of progress on the point.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing here was why the sustain that Shootdogger and Sly gave Epizeuxis is really big. I think Source and Sherb getting picked off a few different times is really tough, and the biggest thing now that they need to be looking to do is taking angles with their DPS. They have a Sombra and Tracer which can take multiple angles, and that'll really help split up this 6-man rush.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but that grenade from Source just flew through my windows. Right now, the Nano does come out. Both teams are still battling it. They have a minute left to take this first point. Right now, Truedonger does get the kill with the Coalescence onto SWB. They still have EMP and they still have Death Blossom. And for Manifest, they still have Bomb and EMP. So a couple of key ults still left for both these teams, as Manifest has about 35 seconds to retake and at this point.
Yeah, the biggest thing Manifest is doing right now is they're not setting up their backline in the favorable position. Manifest is literally letting the Epizeuxis dictate tempo because they don't know where to set their backline.
She does get the bomb kill onto the Lucio, but Haruhiro has a great 3-man Death Blossom, and Golo is able to finish up the kill into SWB, so that might be all she wrote for Manifest on this attack.
Yeah, again, the biggest thing there was where the fight was being taken, and the EMP was before the backline could set up on a high ground. If they can't set up on high grounds, they're so easy to be dove by this Reaper and by this Sombra, and really the Moira can help follow up so easy. The backline never really rotated to the high ground and made it really easy for Epizeuxis to just capitalize over and over on the positioning of Manifest.
Yeah, so really, you mentioned it pregame. You want to see, can Epizeuxis play something other than Brawl? Can they do something besides Ooga Booga run into you? And it looks like the answer is yes. It was a really stout defense from them. What are you expecting on offense?
I mean, six man is a Brawl-ish type of comp, is what I like to call it. It's a lot less sustaining, but it is very just like go in and kill. Very Ooga Booga still. But I mean,
but it was with Winston this time.
Yeah, with the
so
main
it's different, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you can see, Manifest is now going to go Ooga Booga mode. See if they can. If you first don't succeed changing the comp, which they've now done at the beginning of each map, they're going to try and mirror it. So let's see what Epizeuxis does here with their comp. No clue what they're thinking about doing, but I mean, again, this rush comp with the Sombra Reaper, you're playing it like a spear. You want to have everything on this low ground. You're playing to shorten sight lines as quick as possible, run at them, kill people. Very Ooga Booga, very Brawl, very... I know how to play this. It's very easy to understand. Whereas Manifest is doing a lot of comps that require a lot more setup and a lot more positioning, and they're kind of letting Epizeuxis dictate where they're going. And it's getting really tough for them. That's the biggest thing.
All right, so they're rolling out, and it doesn't look like they're going to stick on the Roadhog, believe it or not.
I wish.
So right now, SWB cloaked behind, going to try and get some shots off. Now Epizeuxis know they're there. They're still rolling out, looking to get this done. Zephyr races away. Because right now, Epizeuxis really is just kind of running head on into them. You mentioned it was played like a spear. Well, this is the Roman legionnaires, I suppose, that they're going to stand here ready to poke them out. So they're no longer just diving headfirst in, as they're getting some pretty meaningful poke out right now. Frozen to 70%.
Look at this Coalescence charge, though. This is the 20% off if they go engage here.
The Coalescence up already. Source is just 90 to it. Right now, Frozen almost to EMP, just a little bit ahead of SWB. Let's see if he pops it first. He does. He gets a number of them. Cam's able to get the kill onto the... Yeah, and that's a lot of damage coming out. Schnee does get the bomb kill onto Haruhiro. Beat is able to come out right before the hack, and they do get the kill onto Golo and to Cam. So it was looking a little dicey there at the beginning, but good defense. Good way to bounce back and use their ults from Manifest.
Yeah, Manifest played that really well. It looked really dicey with the EMP canceling the Coalescence. I was really surprised, and they lose their Monkey, who helps them keep that space, and the Reaper, who's the main damage of the comp. But they re-engage with that EMP bomb, really split them up really well, and again, splitting up the 6-man is really important.
Yeah, so right here, one thing I see is that they are much closer to Primal Rage and to beat. And so let's see if they can try and force it out of this Lucio early. But right now, Epizeuxis pushing forward. They have the ult advantage. The bomb comes out from Cam, doesn't get the kill. They keep pushing forward. The Death Blossom comes out from Zephyr, mostly eaten up by Cam. Haruhiro with a Death Blossom of his own. The beats come out, and EMP comes out from Frozen. Because right now it looks like out of nowhere, that's it. And Epizeuxis takes Volskaya.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I saw there, at least with the difference, was that Manifest had used that beat at the end of the last fight, and because that Epizeuxis had taken that tempo in that first fight, and they had to then re-engage, they used a lot of ultimates on that, and the biggest difference there was just ultimates in that last fight. Haruhiro, they took free space, they hacked that diva off at the beginning, and also Coalescence canceled both times by EMP. What a fast EMP built by Frozen.
Yeah, really, really well done by Frozen on this Sombra. Really helping out the team. And Epizeuxis takes a quick 2-0 over Manifest. So right now, for map 3, we go to Hybrid. And our preseason rotation for Hybrid is Eichenwald, Blizzard World, and King's Row. So Epizeuxis takes a pretty strong lead right now, 2-0. Kind of doing a really, really good job. Given from what you've seen from Manifest, what is Manifest win condition? What do you want to see from them that might help them bounce back and take map 3?
So I think Manifest, the biggest thing with them is that they're looking to be playing a lot more passive and a lot more going second. They're looking to stabilize off of Epizeuxis' tempo and then really engage. I think the biggest thing is, again, it's going to be a lot more of where that support is set up. And I want to see if they're going to be taking them to a map like Eichenwald or Blizzard World, where Brawl is going to be run, or just looking to mirror after looking to mirror at that last point. I think we're going to King's Row right now, but if they're at King's Row, it's going to be interesting to see what each person does with the in the mirror and like how they set up their support lines, because again, it was not going to be as much of high ground, but I mean, this map pool for Hybrid is rough for Manifest into Epizeuxis. Anyways, Epizeuxis on that Brawl looks really, really good right now.
Yeah, that's you were mentioning that so far the comps that Epizeuxis has had, where you just you run in, you fight right up in their face, and it's just a matter of executing just a bit better. That's all it takes. On a map like King's Row, that's going to be pretty rough for Manifest. So let's get ready. What are you? Who's stood out to you so far from either team?
I mean, I think Frozen on the Mei and on the Sombra has looked really, really good so far. I think the flex DPS play on Epizeuxis have really made a difference in like taking that space and dictating that tempo with that Sombra and with that Mei. I think Sherb on the Lucio has actually been really well on Manifest. The beats have been good. Pretty like overall hasn't been getting picked first. Like Sherb has been playing a really, really great main support. So I want to see more of that from Sherb at least. And the support line again. The biggest thing right now between them is just the positioning, but I think that definitely can just be like that is like a oh, we need to go high ground, you know what I mean? Like you have to think about it for a second. I think they definitely have the ability to do so. I know that I saw it last season from them, and I definitely could see Manifest coming back and winning this map, playing even something like a ball comp on King's Row, which I know isn't like the most like ball comp with King's Row. It's King's Row, but I mean it could happen, you know.
Hey, it absolutely could happen.
Doesn't look like it.
This is preseason finals, baby. This is the perfect time to try some weird picks that you have up your sleeve.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, so as we get into it, it does not look like either team will be doing anything particularly out of the ordinary. And so as both of these teams start to line up, start to pick out, we'll see if, like you said, if Sherb can continue his really strong performance on support, and if this kind of DPS line from Epizeuxis can continue to use their ults really effectively and to kind of stay just a little bit ahead.
There is a switch in roles on Epizeuxis though. Cam has moved over to the DPS with Frozen, and Haruhiro, who's on that Reaper and on that hit scan before, is now on the off tank. So a little bit of a
very interesting. So yeah, I mean, D.Va is basically just a big DPS, you know, as they say. Oh, Frozen gets the kill on Zephyr. Gets the kill on Zephyr early. Didn't even give me time to sound dumb on stream. And right now, Cam gets the kill, swapped right off and into the Mei. And
yeah, Frozen's looking super sharp right now.
I did say that maybe this this DPS line from Epizeuxis is going to continue to perform as strong as they have the last 2 maps. And the new DPS is doing it as well. So everyone contributing here for Epizeuxis really doing a strong role, playing their part right now. 70% to Blizzard already, to Zephyr's 30.
Yeah, that's really big. I think the Blizzard is so crucial in this brawl comp. You see this brawl starting to break out right now.
Yeah, so let's see. Immortality Field comes out from Manifest right now. They're able to take down Maestro on the Reinhardt. A big shatter from Golo. And that's the entire fight right there. Nothing more necessary as they completely clean up with 1 shatter. So a really good job at waiting until Zephyr is able to use their wall and then counter with their own and completely just roll through Maestro and hit a really big shatter into the team. Well done by Epizeuxis.
One ult, 1 fight win. That's what it's been for right now for Epizeuxis. First in a poll and now here.
Yeah, so Source uses Schnee has a really big eat on that Blizzard as the Baptiste ult comes out from both teams right now, just poking back and forth. Schnee takes down Golo. The Immortality Field comes out from Epizeuxis right now. Frozen does have the Cassidy ult. They're just poking back and forth right now. Manifest starting to take this, given that they have the spacing from Reinhardt. The beat comes out. A really good wall to stop the Cassidy ult right now. Just can't get the sight lines. And so the beat does help them retake it, but a good save by Zephyr right now. Maestro does use the ult. Doesn't look like it quite lands. Zephyr looking to try and use this ult. Right here, the SWB gets the kill onto Sly, and then Source of all people is able to pop off and clean up and take down most of the remaining members of Epizeuxis. Fight to Manifest to take the point.
Yeah, that again, what we were talking about before this map, with Epizeuxis really wants to take that tempo. They've got punished Schnee with that, not only eating that, but also getting the kill on Golo. But Frozen using the high noon to make Golo get back into the fight was really a big deal. But the ultimate economy and the positioning that Manifest had, again, positioning and setting themselves up really well for the fight, really helped them win on that recontest.
Yeah, we mentioned how fast that Cam was building that Blizzard, only to have it eaten by Schnee. However, Cam does have the Blizzard again, so let's see how Epizeuxis looks to try and engage here. Both Bay Walls comes up. Both Blizzards come out. As right now, SWB able to get the kill on the True Donger. Schnee gets the kill with the Diva Bomb onto Cam. SWB cleaning up again, so good job. Frozen is able to get a kill onto SWB as Reaper, but another pretty good fight by Manifest. So we're actually seeing a pretty strong mental bounce back, right?
Yeah, I guess getting onto this mirror off the beginning was really big for them. The biggest thing that I'd say here now is Frozen has this high noon to retake and to break shield, and Source and True Dung are neck and neck on this window. So I want to see what they do with this high noon, which is going to be the difference maker in this fight.
Yeah, so you see High Noon comes out right now. He can't pull quite in time to get SWB. They are able to get the kill. The Baptiste ult comes out. They're looking through the window, looking to try and get some votes. Immortality Field comes out. Oh, and go! Hits a big shatter and an even a bigger counter shatter. Right now, both of these teams fighting. Immortality Fields come out and keep both of them alive. So, a couple of really strong shatters, but no deaths quite yet. It's right here. Haruhiro just trying to lay some mini rockets after this great cam wall. So right now, Haruhiro cleans up. Golo gets a couple of kills. They take down the Diva Mag. So a good job at both of these teams. Really neck and neck. What do you see from the ult economy right now? Frozen still looking to push up though.
Here's another High Noon. Donger, I think, is another window. So again, these fights are going on so long where you'll have these first engage. They use this window, they use this high noon to take that space back. They trade those shatters, but now they're already back to those because they build so quickly and these fights are going so long. So I want to see again, how are they going to use these windows off the beginning of each fight? And this is now Manifest using ults first.
Yeah, so Cam pops the Mei ult. It looks like the high noon comes out from Frozen and is still kind of hiding around that corner, zoning them off the cart. So, a couple ults down. Zephyr on the point. Ooh, Immortality Field barely saves Zephyr. Right now, Schnee does get the bomb kill onto the Cassidy. Zephyr able to wall off the bomb from his team. Beat comes out from Sherb and from Sly. Right now, both of these teams, SWB on this Reaper, just trying to do so much he can. Big shatter, and right now, both these teams still fighting on point as Zephyr looking to use this ult. Cam is able to pop is on the cart. They take out the Lucio.
Frozen's already almost back. These fights again are just so
They just
long.
take forever. They just never end. The Zephyr May ult comes out. These teams are still fighting. Maestro does get the kill on the Golo. A big shatter comes out from Maestro. Try and lay down some extra damage. They take out all the heroes back. It just never ends. This is forever. All right, so they do ultimately do it despite not really having the spawn advantage there. So well played to manifest again by continuing to kind of push this card up.
Yeah, and again, the tempo in these fights, I mean, so important. The positioning is just being jockeyed back and forth. But the slower tempo now the Manifest is now playing at and slowing down these team fights too is just so much more to their strengths. Whereas Epizeuxis wanting to be taking these fights really, really quickly, they can now really even engage these fights to use that window first recently. But again, slowing it down has been super helpful to them. Now they've won 3 fights in a row, even if they've been 5-minute fights, but they've won. So that's the big thing.
Yeah, right here, Frozen does have high noon right now. Source pops the Baptiste ult. They look through. They're trying to get some damage out. It doesn't look like the Earth Shatter quite connects, but Frozen gets some really nice shots to take down his Cassidy counterpart. And SWV Horror Hero takes down Source. And right now, Epizeuxis holding it down, trying to they win that fight.
Yeah,
and it surprisingly doesn't last forever.
Yeah, I mean, Epizeuxis won the fight, and the fight wasn't 3 minutes.
The win for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it goes hand in hand. But the biggest thing, Frozen now has had this high noon at the beginning of every fight because of how long they've been. Shrew's pulling up on this window. They have a lot of engaged tools where Manifest is lacking it with that switch now to the Cassidy. I want to see how they're looking to start this fight. Oh, wow.
So the bomb and the blizzard come in from Manifest. They're able to take out Golo.
Additional blizzard.
Beat comes out. The bomb lands. Cam gets the kill onto Source. Right now, Zephyr is just doing his best to kind of poke into this. Right now, Epizeuxis does use the Baptiste ult. The wall comes up, holds off the McCree. Sly is able to boot Zephyr to death, although I don't think that's an environmental kill. And so another... just barely holding it down. The fight still kind of going. It never really ended. It's both teams. All right, SWV pops the high noon, looking to hold it. They're trying to get the angle around. Does get the kill on Frozen, who also has high noon. So a really, really strong pick out from Manifest here as they're just looking to back them into this corner.
And again, this tempo now being taken, a whole huge shatter. But this
big shatter lands, doesn't get the Reinhardt. Now both these teams just fighting back and forth. These Reinhardts swinging. Frozen back with the high noon. Doesn't quite come away with it. And does ultimately then get the kill on the Source. But he ran a little bit too far forward, and Sherv was able to take him down. Right now, it's overtime. The shatter comes out from Golo. Oh, and they...
Yeah,
just C9?
No, definitely not a C9. That fight was going totally towards Epizeuxis. They just used the window and the blizzard to get them off. I wouldn't call it a C9, but it definitely was a forced leave. The biggest thing there, again, Source getting picked by Frozen. Frozen getting these crucial picks, even after dying first, re-entering the fight and getting that main healer was super, super important. The biggest thing, again, those longer fights went towards Manifest, but on the last point, Manifest did a really, really good job of engaging with an ultimate. Engaging with that high noon ultimate really helped them get a lot of space, and then also picked off Frozen. They looked in it, and they had to capitalize it off that shatter. That was what I was going to point out earlier, was just how Manifest now, I want to see Manifest look more towards engaging with ultimates and setting themselves up with more space, putting pressure on the enemy team. You can't expect the enemies to make mistakes all the time. You have to force them to.
Yeah, it is always easier to be the team that forces a mistake than to wait to capitalize on a mistake. So right now, both of these teams kind of looking to get set up. So as we see reverse, as we see Manifest try to defend against Epizeuxis here, you want the same? You want more of that kind of engaging with ults? Like, what do you think is their real key to success here? Because it was a pretty strong attack, pushing it almost all the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think Manifest did great there. I think they're kind of stuck in between two play styles of Brawl where they want to get that shock, and I think that really does benefit them where they can use both. But I really want to see more of a good balance between the two. I want to see more of them taking that initiative, because if they're gonna not take initiative on this defense and let the attack just take every space, and here comes this initiative right now, it's gonna be tough for them.
So right here, both May walls come up. They keep keep fighting, keep poking away right now. Not much going on yet. Frozen trying to get an angle, trying to get some shots off from this Cassie. Doing as much damage as he can.
Yeah, and they're not giving up that space, which is great. But look, now they're backing up again. They're backing up to this car, looking to stabilize, and they're giving Epizeuxis this space. I really don't want them to give him this space. And, I mean...
SWB does come away with the kill on the Sly, and then Maestro is able to engage, take down the Golo. Schnee gets the kill onto Cam. Right now, this team just kind of rolling forward. So I guess they did see the mistake and then pounce in. So, I mean, well played, I guess.
This is my first experience at Caster Curse of saying don't give up the space and then they get a pick. I mean,
hey, it's bound to happen.
Hey, at least now we got it. But let's see these windows. These windows are coming up, and let's see how they look to engage. But again, Cam with this Blizzard 30% before Zephyr. It's again a big difference maker.
Yeah, all right, so both Baptiste come out, like you say. Epizeuxis trying to just leave the angle to take them both out of play. SWB does pop the high noon, doesn't quite get any value from it. They go in right now. Schnee with a great eat on Cam's Blizzard, and then the 2 kills on top of it. So great play by Schnee right there to deny the May Blizzard and then get 2 kills with the bomb. Very, very well done.
Yeah, I mean, you could say Cam's been the better man at building Blizzards, but he's had 2 of them. He's had 2 of them eaten, whereas Zephyr has not had any of his eaten. So I mean.
Oh, it's the classic philosophical debate. Is it better to build Blizzards sooner and then waste them, or to not have them at all? The love and lost that have never loved at all. Right now, the shatter comes out from Maestro, and they're doing their best to lay some damage into it. The beat comes out from Sly. Our hero comes out. The Blizzard is not eaten.
I mean, it's Zephyr's.
But Cam and Frozen are still able to really kind of conjoin and get some kills. So the May ult not eaten, but still not with a whole lot of value as Epizeuxis takes the first point.
I feel like the teams that have used May ults now have lost more fights than they've won fights. I think I think that's more of a thing. But again, Schnee coming up with those huge eats and getting those kills. Schnee's looked really outstanding on this map, and I think we'll continue to see that. But this fight with this, again, very minimal ultimates. Source has the support line on Manifest, does it? Take a bit slower on this defense, but Cam now coming up on the second Blizzard.
Yeah, so coming up on the second Blizzard, the Baptiste ult comes out from Source, and they're able to get an early pick onto Golo. And so right now, it's just a matter of charging back in. The May wall comes up, and they're able to get the kill onto Haruhiro's mech. They're just torturing this poor baby diva, waiting until the right time to stagger. And they do right here. SWB does have the high noon, and Sherb does have the beat. So some good ult right now. Slide just is 30 to beat. So they've got some room to work with here.
Yeah, I mean, Manifest is going to be really holding this arch, and they've been taking tempo on this defense, and I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so they're holding it. The bomb comes out from Haruhiro and gets 2 kills on SWB and Source. So a really, really strong start to this fight from Epizeuxis, and it's an. I think they did use the May ult as well. So I was gonna say it's another 1 ult fight, but not quite. As these teams look to try and have their way with the fight right now, Epizeuxis looking to get a couple kills onto the end of that and just push the car up as far as possible.
Yeah, Epizeuxis had used the Blizzard to force them into the bomb, which is really, really good on their part. I don't know, but the biggest thing there was, again, Frozen. It's whoever's been using these ults first have been taking the fights every time.
Yeah, so both of them pull the ult. SWB does get the kill onto Frozen right there, and Schnee gets another bomb kill on the Sly this time. So really well done by Manifest. You were talking about how do they use their ults to engage fights. They're doing it pretty well, as right now they just run all the way down the streets of the second point on King's Row.
Yeah, I'm going to give props to you. Manifest has done a really great job of tightening up this ball, really looking to, again, dictate this tempo, which they had been not doing in the first 2 maps. I think this has been really, really great for them on King's Row, and I can see why they chose it. They look comfortable.
They really, really do. They do absolutely look in the driver's seat so far. Now, Epizeuxis has a 2-map lead, so not to be taken lightly as Golo comes up and they pop the ult, pop the they use everything in the arsenal. And right now, the SWB and Sherb getting the kill onto Cam and onto Truedonger. Maestro has the ult, Earth Shatter, and they another job well done by Manifest to kind of keep this team off the point.
I mean, again, they use that wall. They block off the window, which is their engage ultimate on the Epizeuxis side, and then they had a really, really good blizzard. I mean, it was a pretty funny window because it was like stuck in the wall and it was half off the ground. But now again, look at if you come in, look at this ult rotation. High noon on both sides should be coming up, but again, this blizzard on Cam is the difference maker, where they both have beats coming up, and then the window on Source's side. So they should win. The Epizeuxis should win this fight, but we see how this goes.
Yeah, all right, they run in. They get a really good May wall. Oh, but he hits a great shatter. Maestro does a really good job at stopping it in its tracks. Sure, pops the beat, and the High Noon comes up from SWB, but he goes down as High Noon comes up from Frozen now, and is able to get the kill onto Sherb.
What a bomb!
Another bomb kill by Schnee as Maestro picks up kills onto Cam and Sly right now. Haru Hero just doing as much damage as he can.
Schnee and Source.
Gets the kill on the remake, and another held defense by Manifest. And
yeah,
it looks like that's gonna be King's Row.
Schnee is pulling something out of every corner.
Yeah, Schnee has hit a number of bomb ults that just keeps happening. It's really, really impressive. So right now, a last ditch effort by Epizeuxis to come in.
And that's another. That's 3 to snap.
Oh my God, Schnee is doing absolute wonders for his team right now, and they are supporting him a really, really good job as they just look to finish up the rest of Epizeuxis. And it's looking like Manifest just took map 2.
So can I change my standout player on Manifest?
I
said sure,
I think you can.
But I mean, Schnee's popping. Schnee's like, that's 3 in one map. The bomb kills every time, clutch.
Yeah, really, really well done by Manifest there to be down 2-0 to come back. A wonderful performance by Schnee on the Diva. We weren't keeping track, but I think that was 3 total May ults.
Yeah, I definitely. It was. I mean, I was keeping track. It was. It was definitely 3. But I mean, the last one is more of a last ditch, so we'll call it 2.5. But I mean, still really, really good from Schnee.
But Schnee certainly made up for it with the. Were you counting how many bomb kills he had?
No, but it's definitely over 3. I'll tell you that much.
It's most certainly over 3. So really well done by Manifest to come back. Not quite yet there. Still 2-1 on the maps. But we were looking for a way. How does Manifest come back after this kind of early 2-0 lead? And that's how you said it yourself that they engaged with the ults and had a really strong showing on this map.
I mean, the tempo is looking really a lot more even now, and I'm excited to see where this goes on. Manifest looks like they woke up, and I'm excited to see now. Like, after this halftime, does Manifest keep its mojo? This looks like momentum is starting a bit. I'm excited.
Yeah, so map 4 after our halftime will be Escort. So we'll see which map Epizeuxis picks. But for now, it's halftime. So well done to both these teams, and we'll see you when we get back.
So baby, take my hand and let my love
Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome back from halftime. We are here with the Season 8 Preseason Transcendence Finals between Epizeuxis and Manifest. Right now, Epizeuxis has a 2-1 map lead over Manifest, and Manifest had a really strong Map 3 win on Kings Row. But right now, we are about to head into Dorado for Escort. Cap, what's caught your interest besides or including Shnee's performance?
I mean, Shnee's been great. At least on that last map was really stand out. The Dorado pick, I mean, I can see why. I know Epizeuxis will probably play some sort of 6-man here, is what I'm assuming. Overall, though, I mean, Epizeuxis has looked more in the driver's seat, but I want to see if this momentum the Manifest grabbed on Kings Row is gonna keep going. And I want, again, the comps, again, preseason, we're learning about these teams right now, and I want to see what each team is going to bring to the table, what's new. Is there going to be any Farah, any Echo? Like, I haven't seen that yet. No Flyers. I hate them, but...
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting back and forth. Right now, I want to see if Manifest can really capitalize on some of the momentum that Schnee gave them. He ate 3 different May ults and had a cornucopia of kills with the self-destruct. So we'll see if he can kind of continue some of that performance. But right now, Epizeuxis has been looking really strong so far in the first 2 maps. So let's get into Dorado.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to play kind of sort of like a double bubble comp without the double bubble with the Diva, this Monkey Diva on a Brig. The Soldier gives him that long-range poke, and the Tracer really can help follow up on those dives. I think this is a really good comp, especially for Dorado, where that Soldier can take a lot of angles. They're abusing this high ground. Overall, what the? Okay. Oh, hit him! Ultra? No Ultra.
I was gonna say I didn't know this could happen.
Yeah, you definitely could. Yeah, you get their nades that way too. But I mean, I think it'll be a pretty similar comp for my side. Schnee on this Zarya, and SWB on this Cassidy. So let's see. That's a little difference between the two. But again, this comes down to a whole different thing. And positioning this backline, which Manifest has had a bit of trouble with. Let's see what they do after this break.
Yeah, so right now, Manifest is just slowly bringing the card up. Golo and Cam looking to kind of get into position. Right now, Maestro able to dive up to the top. Rejoin Zarya there. He is slept, and Golo gets some of the engage on it. The Zarya bubbles come out. The Winston bubble comes out from Maestro, and they do get the kill on the Golo.
Yeah, that was really overzealous by Golo diving into like 5 people there with the monkey Zarya on a Brig and Cassidy there. Now they have to give the space. Schnee really took a lot of space in the Zarya once we're getting this charge built up now. But overall, like their backline is being set up really well right now, which is one of the things that I was critiquing them on before.
Yeah, so we'd love to see some kind of mid-match improvement. Because right now, Maestro kind of dives in, tries to get some damage out, just going low, and Haruhiro is able to get the early kill on the Maestro, on the Winston.
Yeah, and then there's all the engage gone. That's the big thing I'd say. This fight, like, True now building up this Ana, this Nano, and well before Source because of how much damage they took in that first engagement. And Schnee can't even escape with this charge. The biggest thing now coming up again is like how they're going to be using these nanos to engage. It's a really, really big thing. And also these like this pulse bomb with the backline by Frozen. Frozen's really building ults really quickly, and Cam also forgot to mention back on the alt tank and Haruhiro back on DPS.
Yeah, so they swapped back to the roles that they were on in the first 2 maps, and now Epizeuxis with this ult lead looks to set up for defenses right here. Both teams just kind of poking back and forth. Someone gets slept back there, and then the Nano ult comes out onto Golo. Frozen is able to get the kill onto Source. Golo here just kind of poking his best. Gets stunned, kind of goes down to half health, and is looking to jump back to safety. There's almost a nice little Tracer duel, but not quite.
Yeah, and Sherb really coming up on this rally now. Going to be able to take a lot of space at this backline. It helped the Zarya get into position for this grab. But everything but support ults now on the side of Epizeuxis coming out. It's going to be a really dynamic fight for them. Whereas they're going to be the side of Manifest going to be playing a lot more Absorby and looking to then re-engage off of their support ult strengths.
Yeah, so the Tracer dives in, does not land with the pulse bomb. As now Frozen looks to set up with his own, and does get the kill onto Sherb's Brigitte, and then Cam gets the bomb kill onto SWB. So a nice little usage of the ults there for Epizeuxis on defense.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing I'd say here now is True's gonna be on a second nano on this defense, and now they're re-engaging with this nano on this fully charged Zarya. There's a lot of damage coming out, and another grab could really just be built up here.
Yeah, the Angry Beehive is out in full effect as the fully charged Nano Zarya is not playing around. Does get the kill onto Golo, onto the Winston, even though Trudon is able to give it back. Right now, the Nano comes out onto Frozen's Tracer, and Churb does pop the Brigitte ult. So right now, both teams using almost all the ults they have. Our hero pops the visor and does go down after Zephyr is able to get the engage. Oh my goodness, everything comes out there. So a really good combination to use the Graviton and the Pulse Bomb. So well done by Manifest to use their ults and push this card.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing there, I was like, oh, maybe it's a bit of an over ultimate used by Manifest, but then you realize that Epizeuxis also used like 5-6 ults there. So I mean, I don't think it was terrible. I think they want to really secure that point, grab that space, get that past that point of where they can't go back from, and then look to set up their supports again. Source is coming up on that Nano quicker than True, but True's been building them quicker, and I mean that's an early picture, but Source is down.
Yeah, they hit the sleep onto Source and got the kill. SWV does take Frozen, but it doesn't really matter as they're able to get the majority of the kills out onto Manifest and kind of stop the attack before it even really begins.
Yeah, so the biggest thing right now, like, is it's kind of a role switch where this Manifest team wants to be playing a lot quicker, playing a lot more brawly because they have this Zarya and they have this Cassidy. Whereas Epizeuxis wants to be playing, they can absorb more of this poke with this D.Va and poke more with this Soldier. So it's kind of like a switch in like what had been happening the first 3 maps, but it's just in a different type of comp.
Yeah, so right here, Epizeuxis trying to push them off of this high ground and does so relatively successfully. They get the kill onto SWB, who still has the high noon, but Zephyr kind of been pushing the cart by himself the entire time, so all in all, decent progress, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is, like, they're looking to set up their high ground. You see, like, on this defense right now, Sly and True are in such a safe position where they have to use abilities to get up to them, whereas on the other part of it, they're not. So SWB on this high noon almost grabs True.
Yeah, so Source does get the Nano off onto Maestro, but they don't really come away with too much there. As now Epizeuxis looking to take some space here. Maestro does get the kill onto somebody there. Yeah, I missed it there for just a second. Right now, Golo pops the Primal Rage, and her hero uses the Attack Visor. They do get the kill onto Schnee and SWB, and don't quite pick up the final kills.
Yeah,
and I lied. They do get the final kills on the Source.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing there, again, that's what I talk about with this re-engage and looking to really absorb and then re-poke, right? So they're doing a lot of damage with this Soldier and D.Va, being able to absorb the damage, the upfront damage of, like, that rally that Shurb had. And they re-engage with Golo's ultimate, and now they have this this Nano to re-engage. So you're looking to play on this defense, you're looking to absorb and then redo damage. But we gotta watch out for this grab pulse, which we can come up again. And it was so crucial in that first point. Well, not actually so crucial, but it really helped them clean up that last fight on the first point.
It did. You're totally right. It did give them a really kind of valuable follow-up on the end there. Good purple comes out.
There's the grab.
But the grab comes out, and Zephyr
they didn't touch!
Not there to keep it going. So unfortunate way to end the attack.
Okay, that was a C9. I know you're not going to figure out, but I'm pretty sure that one was a C9. They had the grab pulse there. They didn't even pulse it because the person pulsing had to go touch, and then it didn't happen. So I'd call that a C9. I don't know if it's the exact thing. I know people are very finicky on that definition, but we'll call it that.
Yeah, the old letter number
the old
has befuddled people far smarter than I am. So I'll defer to our triple threat here, player, coach, and now caster Capital.
Yeah, I need producer next for Booth. Booth got to teach you on the production side of things to get a quadruple threat. But I mean, we're always looking for more producers and casters. So especially producers. We're always looking for those. I want to let Booth join a team. But the biggest thing is, I mean, they have the Echo here, which we talked about beforehand. But again, I really don't like the Zarya pick. I think it's really stagnant. I don't think it's that flexible. Whereas D.Va kind of is like a do everything. I mean, Zarya has a lot of trouble absorbing damage. and like, that's the big thing. Unless you're not rolling it with Zarya, D.Va is just so much better. But we'll see how this Honor Mercy comes out. They can be able to take a lot more space, do a lot more damage, and dictate this tempo with this Echo Mercy. But this Honor is going to be a lot easier to kill. So, I mean, we'll see what this Ashe can do. And honestly, I want to see what the Hanzo is going to be changing.
Yeah, especially with as much value as Schnee got out of the D.Va on King's Row. He hasn't really been able to do a whole lot outside of the one Grav Pulse combo that they hit on the first point. So we'll see what Schnee is able to do, as well as the rest of his teammates on Manifest. Right now, both teams just kind of looking to take the high ground, trying to poke each other out. Frozen goes pretty low for a second, but not quite as Ashe. SWB up on the Ashe, just trying to lay down as much damage as he can onto the team.
Yeah, and Golo falls super low there. I mean, the biggest thing, again, now, these Honor charges are pretty similar. The Brig charges are pretty similar, but the difference right now is this DPS, this Ashe versus Echo, which can get more of this thing, and then also the Zarya versus the D.Va. It's hard to go into a Zarya with bubbles, you know what I mean? But the D.Va can help get that space. They've now pushed them off this high ground, and the support line can really set up how Manifested on the attack, and that's really the big key to success over this choke that this Tracer was at.
Yeah, so right here, both teams with Nano. They look to engage. Schnee gets the pick onto Haruhiro as right now Golo with the Nano comes out and is looking to try and take some space, but not really a whole lot of follow-up beside him as Maestro is in his back line. Zephyr does get the kill on the Frozen. Maestro pops the Primal Rage and gets the kill on the Brigitte. Shurd gets the kill on the
really
Golo.
Deep right now.
And so he gets the kill on the True Donger and then goes down. So a decent amount of ultimates invested in that fight, and the cart still pretty much in the same spot.
Yeah, I mean, again, the biggest thing here is diving into the Zarya, it gives it charge. That's really why the Zarya is working so well in defense, whereas diving with the Zarya when you have the Zarya in your team is a lot harder. I think that these team comps that are now on this attack and defense have actually switched because the Epizeuxis is a lot better on attack, while Manifest better on defense. So this should be a lot more closely contested.
Yeah, so a big purple came out there from True Donger as Frozen looks to take the form of Winston. As right now, both teams just kind of doing their best to prepare for this re-engage, like you've been talking about.
And you have this grab and this ooh, what a pick! That's the go button right now. They have 4 ultimates. They have almost 5, everything but this Echo ult, and all they have in the response is grab and rally, which again is super strong though. So we'll see how this goes with this grab that they just used.
Yeah, so right here does land a really good sleep dart. Source lands it onto Haruhiro. Right now, Shurb goes down. So right here, a really strong fight from Epizeuxis, kind of taking out the members of Manifest and now pushing this cart. Looks like that's a pretty clear take on first point here on Dorado.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was how they baited out the ultimates. Frozen's copy on that last fight, it really baited out a bunch of ultimates from Manifest, whereas then they have the rest of their ultimates and then to just take the fight. So we'll see how Cam and Golo look to grab this positioning for their backline and to be safe on the second point where Manifest and God is stuck.
All right, so both teams kind of line it up here. You see Frozen trying to get some shots onto the side there. Is right here. Maestro and his crew all there. True Donger does land asleep. Or excuse me, Source lands asleep. Oh, and Haruhiro gets the kill on Zephyr somewhere in Neverland.
Somewhere where Tracer's duel.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Don't ask me. I placed 1247 this season on DPS.
I mean,
I wouldn't know anything about Tracer.
Even as a support player who kind of plays sometimes at a high level, occasionally, like, you never really know what Tracers are doing. But you can see this Nano engage now, the biggest thing in this rally in return.
Yeah, so they're Manifest doing their best to hold off. Maestro kind of has the whole kitchen sink unloaded onto him. He gets slept, he gets everything, and almost goes down immediately in the final. The bomb comes up from Cam and doesn't quite get any kills, but right now Epizeuxis just kind of pushing forward there. They've got 2 minutes in there.
The double monkey dive.
Almost on it already. Right now the Primal Rage does come out from Frozen.
On the grab is on the cart.
Schnee does hit a pretty good grab on the cart right now, doing his best. He's at full charge, and so he is doing all kinds of damage right now. the card is still contested, and so even though they're getting the kills they want, the fight's not over yet, as we've said several times this evening.
I mean, the
But they
longer
are
the
able to
fights
finish up.
Yeah, I mean, the longer the fights go, the big thing is the more that it's going to be beneficial for Schnee. Schnee just does so much damage there, and now they'll have this nano to re-engage. They'll have this pulse bomb, but the biggest thing is how are you breaking this hole that Manifest has pulling right now? What you pulled last fight. So what do you need to be doing to retake it? Is again setting this backline on this right side, and they haven't been. They've been playing under, and I don't know if it's just like me being a support thing and like overstating how important this is, but the supports just aren't setting up to support the dive as much as they should. I think they should be at least.
Now, right there, a crucial purple landed out there onto Maestro, who does get the nano and the bubble, goes in, gets stunned. Sharp gets a nice kill on the Frozen on the McCree, and right here we see Maestro just trying to do his best to take some space and hold them off. That 2-minute timer is ticked down to 1 minute, and the card has not moved yet, so Manifest doing a good job at making kind of a last stand hold on this card, although now you look and you see the Primal Rage and 2 support ultimates from Epizeuxis.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken, I'm worried for you here. There's a lot of ults here. It's gonna be a lot to say right now. the support ults are coming up, and here's the nano and the rally, and everything's coming out. Here's the whole kitchen sink.
They got the bomb, they got the nano, they got the rally, they got the pulse bomb, they got the Primal Rage,
everything.
Maestro is flying around on this Winston. There is a person on the cart that he's trying to swat off of there. Schnee, about half power on the Zarya. Golo uses the Primal Rage, is countered with the grab. A pretty valuable grab there right now as both teams looking to try and take this. There's 10 seconds left on this point. SWB with a really nice pick on the Frozen's Cassidy, and a really nice job by SWB, who gets the triple to kind of hold down this point. So it was looking like Epizeuxis sort of had it in the bag. All they needed to do was to push it a couple more meters, and here's Manifest holding it off. Golo comes back with the Reinhardt, but it's not really enough because there isn't a team to shield.
Yeah,
so they're coming in with the little pigs, but I think that's it. Well done.
Epizeuxis really bouncing back here, really keeping that momentum. Dorado, while I thought Hybrid was a lot more Epizeuxis style with the brawl, I think Dorado and I think a lot of the escort maps were really put towards Manifest. And now we go back to Control, 2-2. First of 2 now in the series, and we'll see how this is going to go. We only eliminated King Zero and Dorado from the pool. Again, I guess the ball. But the biggest, this SWB 3K was really big, really cleaning up the supports. And again, this is where the supports, like, being not on the high ground, it hurts them. And one thing that I'd like to say, like, at least where you can see the difference with that through the play was the anti-nades. The anti-nades from Epizeuxis were on defense were super, super easy. Like, you see them from throwing anti-nades from high ground, so nice. It's so, like, mwah. Whereas throwing it from, like, low ground up and then back down again is, like, super hard, and you're just making it hard on yourself to dive. So, I mean, if they set up the back on the other side, they dive from the other side, and then it would just be a lot easier, but who knows? I mean, I think now going into this control map, I think it's, again, Epizeuxis look really, really strong on the control. I think it plays to their strengths really well. I think you can play a lot faster. You dictate that tempo. I mean, Manifest, they have the momentum, though, so it's still 50-50 in my head. I'm so glad it's 2-2. I think we're going to Lijiang.
Yeah, we've witnessed a really interesting comeback here because honestly, the first 2 maps were Epizeuxis and it didn't look super competitive. Those first couple of maps, Nepal was really kind of a hard win, and now it's tied. They come back from halftime and they're able to tie up the game, and so it looks like we're going to Lijiang Tower next. And so well done by Manifest to kind of bring it back. Really well played.
Yeah. It's turning into a really, really great series, and I'm happy about that. I think the biggest thing right now is I think Epizeuxis is doing a great job of setting their backline up, except for Dorado. So I'm wondering if that maybe it was just Dorado. I know Dorado is a super, super weird map, but now is the end Lijiang where that doesn't matter as much because it's a control, or maybe it matters more because it is a control, and you have to think about more on the fly positioning. So maybe, I mean, we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. Who do you have your money on for the rest of the series?
All right, if I were a betting man, and I am a betting man, but I am not a successful betting man, I would probably say Epizeuxis. They just look so strong on that first control map, and Manifest seemed to have sorted whatever it was. They've fixed their problems. That whatever it was that was making them get kind of steamrolled and caught off guard in those first couple fights doesn't look there anymore. They've been just as strong and have been fighting back. So maybe it's my turn for the first real Counter's Curse, but my money, if I had to bet, would be on Epizeuxis, but Manifest is looking really strong these past 2 maps.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I've seen from both these teams, I mean, Manifest really bounced back. They have really, you can feel the momentum on their side. But Epizeuxis, they've kept every map they've lost close, whereas when Manifest lost, the maps weren't close. Just to put it bluntly. As we head into Gardens here, I think again this plays towards Epizeuxis' style. I think if they play the 6-man here, it's going to be tough. And then I think having to out-brawl them on Night Market or Control Center is going to be tough as well. So I think Epizeuxis probably takes this map. But then we head into the hybrid on the Icon Wall or Blizzard World. I think that's going to be the decider, because I think if it goes 7, I'm putting my money on Manifest.
Yeah, if it's 7, you got to give it to the person who started down. You know, that they're fighting all the way back. It'll be really impressive as now both teams lock in.
Well, doubt we see this Genji. I want to see it, but I doubt it. And this Pharah, it's going to be a Sombra. It's going to be a mirror, and based on how Hanamura went, could go either way. But I'd put if I were a betting man, which I legally cannot bet, it would be on Epizeuxis for this map specifically.
Yeah, too bad it's not the Genji.
Oh, I thought you said too bad.
A man can dream. A man can dream. Both these teams roll out. So it is the mirror matchup, like you said, as both teams start to engage and kind of fight around this little rotating advertisement sign. Frozen looking to get a hack onto one of the members of Manifest.
Yeah.
Right now you can see how quickly Truedonger is building up that coalescence.
I mean, I think the biggest thing here, again, I'm playing it like a spear, and your Reaper is this point. You're keeping the space for this Reaper. But that was a huge, that hack on Cam is massive. With the boop.
Yeah, really well done. So Slide does get the boop out, and Hero gets the kill onto the Maestro.
Another boop.
Oh my god, and Truedonger gets the coalescence already, does the 1080. Slide gets the two boop kills. Really, really well done. So strong first fight from Epizeuxis.
Yeah, I mean, Sly has the speed already, which is crazy. But Source has a coalescence which can't really be matched. I think the biggest thing you're looking at is SWB, even though the also might really built that EMP a lot better. And I don't know how. I mean, the boot, it really looked like that was just going to be going the side of Manifest, but it wasn't, just because of those boops.
Yeah, so SWB
huge EMP.
pops the EMP already, and they follow up with the quickness right here. Multiple kills from onto Golo, onto Sly, onto Truedonger, onto everybody. So a really quick fight from Manifest to take the point. And all it really took was an EMP and a coalescence. So well done from Manifest to kind of not be stomped early, or not stomped, but to not be taken lightly.
Yeah, I mean, Frozen has his EMP in though, and Sherb is just about to be there. They really need to be taking this fight quick if they want to be EMPing. And yeah, right before it. Oh.
And they do, and Hero comes out and gets the quadruple kill according to the announcer. But really well done. And another, they engage, they use their ults, they take the point.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
real haymakers being thrown back and forth here.
The haymakers are just not much defense. This doesn't look like the Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs game. People just do what the heck they want on offense. I mean, now who has more ultimates? Who's re-engaging? Looking like I'd put my money on Manifest, because this is how this point's gone.
The bomb does come in from Cam and gets the kill on the Source. Zephyr pops the Death Blossom and gets a couple kills of his own. So both teams really are just letting these ults fly and trying to get as many kills as they can. And right now, it does look like Manifest is just going to unload the bank and then take the point back. So this really is the Bills versus the Chiefs.
So we're thinking Epizeuxis takes it back on this one then?
I feel like it has to be. It would be foolish not to.
But one is EMP, one doesn't. That's a big thing here. I think what they need to do to change this is, even if you're holding the point, go right now. They should be going right now. It'd be so much. It'd be tempo.
Yeah, right there now. So SWB does pop open the EMP, but Sherb is intelligently waiting in the back to use sound barrier. Right now they're re-engaging with this coalescence, looking to try and get a pick here. As not much is going down. It does look like they're going to take the Diva mech, and they do. So they get some space and they take it again. So Epizeuxis comes back and takes this point. This is just relentless by both of these teams. They walk in, the old He's down there somewhere. Just chuck it up and hope he catches it in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just like, it's just so funny to me because Sly, with the only defensive play, they were on attack, per se for this, even though it is control. I mean, the biggest thing coming up, Frozen has this EMP, and Source has this Coalescence, 2 different sides. So let's see. I'm assuming they'll EMP after Source uses this Coal, and Epizeuxis, they're looking set up to finally take a defensive stance.
Yeah, so
And they missed the Coal.
Does come in and gets 3 hacks on the EMP right now. Is that they're looking to hold the point. They're still holding the
EMP's
point
coming
now.
up right now, though. And there it is.
No, the counter EMP comes out and catches 3, and they get a couple of kills. Reaper pops the Death Blossom, and they take it back. It looks like so another. And for all this, so on 99%, they are able to come in, use a bunch of ults, and take back the point. So now it looks.
Yeah, I mean, they both just are like, I don't want the point, you have it. No, you have it. No, you have it.
You have it. Oh, please.
Both these teams are so nice. But, I mean, Chudonger now having this Coalescence is going to be really big, and they both have the beats. So I really want to see how this beats, who uses the beat second will probably be who wins this fight. And that really looks like it's going to be Sly.
Yeah, so Sly still holding on to the beat for Epizeuxis, does finally use it there. And it,
that's a massive pick.
And they get the kill onto SWB, they get the kill on the Source. The bomb doesn't quite land for either team, is right now Haruhiro on point, trying to fight off this other Reaper, and he does. And so it does look like, even though it came down to 99 to 99, that it looks like Epizeuxis is going to come away with the Gardens win on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah,
although there's still time on the clock.
And the biggest thing here, that at least that I was thinking of, was just like how the first fight, who won the first fight, it really came down to Sly's boops. Sly's boop really won this fight because of how they were going so much back and forth. Who had that first fight win, and it was Sly because of those boops. Cam got hacked, and they still won the fight just because of that. So Sly is my MVP for this specific point, at least.
Yeah, Sly did really well there, especially I think on that. You said it was the only defensive play made the entire time that was able to sit in back knowing that SWB had that Sombra EMP and was able to position himself effectively and use it. It was the only defensive play the entire time.
So do you think anybody holds a point on this one? It's a lot harder to retake on this one. So I want to see if
I feel like on this we might just see the opposite. We might just see whoever takes it first ends up holding it the entire time. But we'll see it. It does look like Haruhiro is actually playing the Doomfist, so a little bit of a spicy pick versus the Junkrat.
Yeah, and it's going to be really helping them with the tempo for this. Like, they're looking to go in when the Doomfist are going to be playing around the Doomfist engages, and then looking to back up when the Doomfist can't engage. So there's going to be a lot of ebb and flow, and I mean that's. Oh, they don't even see him.
I don't think they realize he's there.
Oh.
He's low.
Oh, he's out?
Oh, and they do take him out, and so unfortunately he doesn't get the kill. SWB gets a nice double kill onto the DPS line of Epizeuxis, and that might be it. It looks like it's just cleanup time as now they look to take control of the point.
Yeah, it's a lot of feast or famine from this Doomfist. In that case, it was famine where he hit nobody and then just died.
Yeah, and he did already swap off onto the Junkrat, so it looks like you're right that they, or at least they think the same thing. That all right, you know, feast or famine. Maybe let's choose something a little bit more stable.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this fight, I mean, the biggest thing is just the shatter from Golos coming up, and SDW, and they both have the sim wall. I want to see where Chudonger's window will be after this sim wall, but the biggest thing is just shatter. And
yeah, so but it doesn't matter because he goes down with the shatter right then, and so now they're able to hold on to the shatter of their own. So
they held the point. We did it.
Really, really well done there. To focus targets and make sure that they're able to maintain a shatter of their own. So
yeah, the biggest thing is somebody finally held the point. That's what I'm excited about. Let's watch this. I want to see this tire now from Zephyr. It's gonna be super big.
And he is popping it now. Right now they do use the Baptiste ult. The tire is lurking. Chilling. It's hovering. Yes. And he doesn't really come away with much. So right now both Reinhardts still have their Earth
The shatter from Golos about to come up though.
Epizeuxis is taking the little white room up top. They're taking the apple room.
Oh,
when Maestro hits the great shatter, and Schnee follows up with three self-destruct bombs. Frozen gets the kill into SWB, but I don't think it really matters. As It's another point hold.
Yes, I mean
Do it
exactly
again.
what you were saying. Instead of all attack, it's all defense now. It looks like Manifest has put themselves in a great position. But I've seen this over and over again on this map. When you get to 99, the Epizeuxis has a lot of ults coming up, and now this is their time to retake. They're gonna entry with this tire, and then look to get a shatter off, which has been held since the first fight.
Yeah, so another tire lurking. They
Huge.
are able to destroy it, so they don't even burn Immortality Field, or they don't destroy it. Right now, beats come out from both teams. Golo does use the Earth Shadow, but I don't think it catches anybody. Is right now, both teams just kind of firing back and forth. Zephyr uses the tire and is looking to do some damage. Right here, they do retake the point, so Epizeuxis does take point, but Zephyr gets 2 kills with the tire.
Yeah, this is looking all Manifest right now. I mean, they still give up point, but they've won the fight. I mean, again, what you were saying earlier with like somebody would just hold it, and that's what Manifest did. I think the control is so important on that first fight, and again, having that Doomfist off the beginning kind of puts them in that feast or famine. If they win that first fight, they win every other fight. If they lose that first fight, they don't. So, I mean, the biggest thing was just like the Doomfist didn't work out, and it came back to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, so this is not the first time that we've seen Manifest regroup and tie it. Of course, this is in the individual map, not in the match as a whole, but they still done it. So right now we're going to the third point. Is this Night Market? Is that the official name of it?
Lijiang Night Market. And I think this Doomfist, again, those things are going to go Doomfist. This is the supposed meta off of this. And I think, again, this comes down to a lot of individual plays from Frozen and Zephyr. And, I mean, Frozen has been my standout player on Epizeuxis so far. Frozen has looked great, and I had to put my money. It'd be on Frozen, but we said betting men that we would both put our money on Lijiang on this map on Epizeuxis, and I don't know if it's looking too good right now. I wouldn't bet anything if I was.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I've seen some pretty dicey bets before, and this is not one that I would want to take. They both come in. It looks like they get onto the point at about the same time, so no particular spacing advantage. Right now, Frozen in the back with the Doomfist. Both Immortality Fields burnt, so right now it's just a lot of waiting for Doomfist to land a punch. Our hero does get the kill on the Sherb, and a bunch of kills back and forth. Because there's not many people left standing on the map right now. The looks like so Manifest ultimately come away with it and take the first point.
Yeah, so how this comp was played originally is with the Sim and the Doomfist. The Doomfist is looking to take a lot of engaged early fights, get some punches on people that are important, like a Baptiste, or especially that Sim. The Sim is what wins them late fights, and when you get them full charge. So Frozen, while doing a lot in the early fight, SWB really came back in that late fight with the beam being fully charged and really won that fight for Manifest. So that's how you really want to be taking this, where Doomfist looks to engage, and then your Symmetra looks to win the fight.
Yeah, so it looks like they kind of fake the teleporter play there, and they're set up. Manifest has point and 2 ults. Right now they do use the Baptiste ult, and so they continue to just try to hold them off as much as possible. The Sim ult comes out, and the Baptiste ult comes out from Epizeuxis as both teams going back and forth. Cam gets a really couple of nice kills.
Massive!
Uses the primal rage to knock a couple members of Manifest off the map, as now they just clean up. So Epizeuxis does a really good job of coming back to take this point.
Yeah, that monkey switch is really, really good. They really can split up more of that Sim. They have to take the fight even quicker, though, because they don't have as much as like sustain as the D.Va does. But it really plays more to the Doomfist strength than the Symmetra strengths, whereas the Manifest looks to be playing slower. So they're really putting their play styles on showcase here, with Epizeuxis looking to be a lot faster, going kind of ooga booga almost, whereas Manifest looking to play a lot more slower and look to punish the team for overextending.
Yeah, so it looks like Earth Shatters come out for both teams as there's a bunch of fighting. Right now, Zephyr is able to get a punch kill onto Manifest. Oh,
that was massive.
Really, really clean by Frozen.
That was
Gets
crazy.
the kill on the source. Really, really well done. Absolutely styled with the Doomfist. And Epizeuxis takes the whole team down. Really well done by Frozen. That was a super flashy play.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see that one again. Let me tell you, that one. If that one isn't in the highlight reel, I'm gonna be mad. But SWV now, Horror Hero, they haven't come in with these symbols yet again. They switched over to the Reaper on Zephyr. They realize they can't match this Doomfist of Frozen. Let's see now how we can be taking and re-engaging. Frozen is already caught out.
Yeah, so SWB does get the kill onto him pretty early. True Donger gets the kill onto the Reaper. The Cam on this Winston is just swinging around, doing all the damage he can. Epizeuxis still has the point right now, and so Golo charges in, gets some. Oh, I thought he got the environmental kill onto the Diva. So another good hold by Epizeuxis to hold this down and maintain ult advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Night Market is the perfect, like, okay, this is the style that we want to play. And Frozen and Cam, and who's now back on this Diva, really was a lot more just like Feast or Fam with his Monkey or Doomfist. They're going really aggressive. And it's really hard for Manifest to retake now.
It's now or never. They do have the Shatter. Oof. And a good Shatter to kind of make sure that they stay out. Golo says, "Get out of my yard." And there it goes. So Epizeuxis do take.
We got our money.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what the odds were, but I'm sure that there was something on there. Epizeuxis takes map 5 and takes a 3-2 lead over Manifest.
Now, but again, this isn't over. Manifest had taken the hybrid and escort last time. We're coming into hybrid escort next map. I mean, this was a huge environmental. This won them to fight this monkey switch. Cam really showing the prowess on the monkey and on the tank role overall throughout the series. And Lijiang was really the masterclass for Cam. Again, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Cam really did dividends for his team on that one. That monkey play was really strong. And although it wasn't the best play or even the most important play of the night, that kill by Frozen on the Doomfist was
that was nuts.
Pretty cool. that was pretty flashy.
That was crazy. That replay was that Doomfist kill was here it comes right now.
We are getting the replay right here.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So he uses the ult and gets the Baptiste mid-air.
Yeah. I'll be practicing that play in the practice range for the next few weeks.
There's no way that move has a name, right? That has to we have to start calling out the Frozen. He has to
I hope
something
so.
like that in the preseason finals. You gotta have a move named after you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, honestly, Epizeuxis with that play and overall just that map looked really in the driver's seat. But I'm coming into this next map, I want to see what's gonna be picked, either Eichenwald or Blizzard World. But I have no clue who's going to win this one. I mean, it looks Epizeuxis, this hybrid map. If Epizeuxis wins this, I mean, it makes sense. But if it goes to map 7, I'd put my money in Manifested again.
Yeah. And so like we were saying earlier, that the Manifest did not look great early on the control in map 1, but they really brought it back. They showed some fight. You know, they really wanted it, and they did a good job. That it was very back and forth. And so even though Epizeuxis came out on top, they did a really good job. And so we will actually be taking a quick 5-minute break before the next map. And so stick with us, stick around to see if Epizeuxis can finish it out or if Manifest is going to force a game 7. So stick around and we'll see after this 5-minute break. Map 7.
Getting really into the...
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are currently in the middle of the Season 8 Preseason Transcendence Finals between Epizeuxis and Manifest. Right now, Epizeuxis has a 3-2 lead over Manifest. It's been a really good, really back-and-forth game, and we're about to get into Blizzard World. What have you seen so far? What's catching your eye, Cap?
I mean, Frozen caught my eye. Schnee caught my eye. Those are two standout players for me. Cam caught my eye on that last map. Golo in the I want to see more Golo. Where is the Golo? The Golo Rolo. I want to see that. Roloing on the Reinhardt. He has looked a bit timid compared to the first two maps, and I want to see that come back out. Source has looked great. Truedonger has looked like gold Truedonger, kind of. I love you, True. But, I mean, overall, it's been a really great series. Both teams have looked really, really good. I think a lot of it's come down to out-comping and out-macroing the other team and kind of just comfortability. And this is... If they both stay in double shield, this will be a new one, at least for the Epizeuxis side. The Manifest didn't look the greatest, but we'll see at least on that as well. I'm excited.
They ran double shield a tiny bit at the very beginning of Nepal, and then we haven't seen it since. So we'll see if maybe they've fixed some things since.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think Frozen on this Ashe is going to have to be pretty good, I believe. I really don't know what to expect here. We haven't really seen a lot of these. I know True's Baptiste is very good. I know he almost hit GM on that. But I mean, I guess we'll see the rest. I know SWB's Widow is good, so I mean, I'm excited to see where this is going.
Yeah, so right here, Epizeuxis wants to close this out. You know, if you're them, you want to say, all right, the night's over. We're,
Go to sleep.
putting an end to it. No more comeback. Do not call it a comeback, but we'll see. Unfortunately, we won't see Widow, but it does look like we're going to see the Genji from Zephyr. So we get the Shimada brothers going head-to-head.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the difference between the Toms right now. So the biggest thing is Haruhiro, and they want to be taking it a lot more passive, a lot more pokey, whereas Zephyr wants to get up in your face and confirm some kills off of the spam damage. I think Hans is a bit better right now in the meta, but I mean, if Zephyr can start getting rolling on these blades and is really a Genji aficionado, I can see it happening, but both supports are already down from Epizeuxis.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to need the Genji aficionado right now. Well, maybe they do. They come back with a couple of kills themselves. Epizeuxis doing their best to kind of fight off some of the people on the point right now. They do get the Zephyr does get the kill on the Genji.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the Genji strives. As soon as both supports die, you can just chain together these kills. These dashes will just keep resetting because you can't out-heal them. I mean, that first fight was just, I mean, I think it was more up to SWB getting those kills on the supports with that dynamite, but Zephyr definitely following up was super, super helpful.
Yeah, so really well done by Manifest to just sort of walk right in and take it. Ooh, True Donger is able to take out Zephyr basically immediately. He kind of does a little bit too much dashing right there. As now Manifest is going to keep poking back and forth, just try and get some space to push this cart out.
Yeah, I mean, True on that map will always look great, but I really want to see how they're going to be using this Dragon to re-engage, and then also the Sigma ult coming up from Schnee and Cam. That's the big thing. True already ahead on this window there.
Yeah, Frozen gets the nice pick onto SWB, and so Manifest is playing one down, but their spawn's pretty much right there, so they're gonna do their best to regroup and just wait a little, make sure they get everyone together.
Manifest taking the tempo here.
Yeah, Schnee does use the Sigma ult right there, force Immortality Field. Now Cam comes out with a Gravitic Flux of his own. And Haruhiro does get a kill with the Hanzo ult. So well done to sort of stifle this attack, but right here both teams still just kind of poking out, just trying to not give up too much ground.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I saw is Frozen has switched over to this Cassidy, gives it a bit more of that brawl, helps against this Genji, whose blade is now coming up. But Source also really got picked by that Dragon, and that's what we think. So I see both these teams now can re-engage in this window, fight for some space, and then it's really going to be, what is going to be this counter to this Dragon blade?
Alright, so right here, both teams still just looking to find some room. Source does use the Baptiste window, and True Donger uses his Baptiste window. So both teams still really not giving an inch, as right now Genji comes up with the blade, it gets stunned, and doesn't get anything but the Immortality Field, as Haruhiro is able to slay his own brother.
And that's why Blade sucks, and this is why Genji sucks. You can't do much about that. If you have your Blade, if that's supposed to be one of the most influential ults in the game, and then that happens, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I expect a switch, and here it is.
Yeah, so the switch does come out. It was beautiful while it lasted, sort of.
We wanted it to be.
And so he goes down, and now both teams looking to re-engage and try and move this point one way or the other.
Yeah, Cam now coming up on the Gravital Flux again is coming back up, and this Dragon Strike, but the Bongo on Golo and Maestro are going to be the big ones that are coming up, and here is the Golo's Bongo. We'll see if they can catch anybody and build and take this space.
Now, so speaking of the Bongo, they do pop it right now. It doesn't quite get anyone on the pull, and so Manifest do a good job at just, all right, we'll back up. We'll give you your space. We'll hang out and just kind of wait until it's over.
Ooh,
Zephyr gets the pick on the True Donger, and right now Haruhiro blasts the Dragon right into the ground. Doesn't quite come away with it. Cam looking to maybe use his Flux here as SWB gets the pick onto Haruhiro.
And therefore it goes Frozen. I think this is going to be a lot more Manifest right here. They're going to be able to take this high ground, and Cam might even get caught out here. The biggest thing, at least what a pick by Source, especially at the end, and now going to be able to get second for free.
Yeah, so they really just kind of roll through right now. So what do you see in the ults? Is just cleanup. What's left? What happens on this third point here for each team?
I mean, Maestro, you're going to be able to keep rolling with this bongo to help build up more ultimates. They both have support ults. I expect like a window trade-off kind of early at least. You want to be using window as soon as you get it. And then these rallies will help people kind of brawl. The biggest thing right now is Frozen. They have more of that brawl potential. They want to be taking that fight. They'll probably engage with that sig ult and then brawl is what I would expect. Well, again, this window's going to be coming out early. So they're going to want to brawl right now with this sig ult.
Yeah, so the window does come out.
Sly
And the
goes
Sigma
down.
ult comes out from Cam. Is right here. Sly, like you mentioned, gets taken out by Maestro. So still pushing forward. They do use the Baptiste ult and they do use the Orisa ult. So both teams just kind of fighting back and forth. Bob comes out. Golo gets the kill. Golo gets another kill.
Yeah.
Right here, a nice little pull to stop them from getting away as Sigma just runs forward with the hands up.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing there was Source's window kind of even came out too early because you didn't back them into any corner. Because of how it was placed, they can kind of hide really easily. Whereas if you want to be playing a lot more aggressive with that window, and then even you could force that brawl, even if that window is there.
Yeah, so Manifest doing a good job of pushing, but right now, Epizeuxis does have a couple more ults. And so right now, most of the ults come out. Zephyr gets the kill on Zolo as both of these teams are just kind of poking back and forth. Immortality Field just go down for both team, and Maestro and Zephyr immediately
caught out.
get some kills, and right now Manifest is just kind of rolling forward with it.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing right now, how the tempo with they're playing the double shield, this is what we saw in the first map. The people that were willing to pull it out were Manifest, and now people that are wanting to pull it out is Manifest again. They look more comfortable. They know the rotations of it, but again, wow, no slouch either. Frozen and Epizeuxis.
Yeah, Frozen is not ready. Is not ready for this attack to be over, and so he gets a couple of kills there with the high noon, and then is able to pick up a third little pick to kind of send them running for the hills. So really good job by Cam to get them up into the air with Flux, and by Frozen to capitalize. Actually going to switch to the Tracer right now.
Provides more of that backline access. Now they switched to Zen, especially that Bap Zen is really, really greedy, and they really switched to back, and that was really good. As you see, ooh, Zephyr's dragon grab is too, though. That's really the Sneak.
Yeah, it's really clean. So even though they do get the opening pick, it doesn't really matter as they're able to just completely follow up a really clean fight. And now they're just taking it right to him.
Re-engage with this bongo.
Solo pops the bongo for one last fight, tries to keep them off, tries to do something. True Donger comes out, uses the window.
Ooh, Frozen grubs.
Kills back and forth. Frozen doing as much damage as he can, trying to take this Orisa off the point. Raced away.
Frozen versus Schnee, this is what we're waiting for.
This is the battle of the two kind of carries so far, but Reaper will come out on top of Sigma 9 times out of 10 there. So well done. 15 seconds left. They gotta hurry and get to point if they wanna get this third cap.
It's very poetic over there. But right now, low ults really coming up on the side of Epizeuxis, whereas Manifest might be able to come up on the support ults. And Schnee on this thing, they have to touch, but if they can now draw out this fight, I would be worried if I was. Oh, what a pick! What a dragon!
Yeah, and so right there, Manifest is not who you want to lose in a team fight. Your Orisa is not the first person you want to go down. This Sigma kind of left all by himself. They are still getting some picks, but it doesn't really matter as they're not going to get this third point. So good push, but great third hold from Epizeuxis.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard World's super hard to cap, though. And I think that was really great. Epizeuxis, while holding off, and Manifest put themselves in a great position to push this into a map 7. I really want to see now what Epizeuxis is going to do an attack. Are they going to do double shield again? Are they going to brawl? I've seen a lot of brawl on attack here. Again, where is the ball? That's where I'm at. There's been no ball play yet. Ball, arguably the strongest composition right now with the ball, Diva, Sombra, Tracer, Brig, Zen. I mean, these teams are playing to their strengths. It's no, 4 or 5K tournaments, but, I mean, I was expecting something. Come on, Rolo. The ball gotta come out. But,
I would love to see some quality ball gameplay as well, but Golo's been decent on the Rhine, and they've really looked comfortable in this kind of in-your-face fighting style. You know, that's kind of what they've done for most of the game so far. So I can't fault them for sticking to what they seem to be comfortable doing, even if I would like to see some new tricks.
I mean, here's the brawl now coming out from Epizeuxis. They're gonna try and finish it off on their staple comp so far in this series. And Zephyr got on this Genji again. Will he be punished? Probably. Is it a fun pick? Yes. And I'd love to see it.
Hey, we're here to have fun. None of these players are getting paid. It's about having fun.
You aren't getting paid? Oh, whoops.
I'm not. Are you not getting paid?
I'm
You're getting paid.
NDA.
All right, so he is. Zephyr is sticking with the Genji, so they're coming out.
Oh, the TP right. Oh.
It seems like you don't want a TP right in front of the Sombra Shield.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
They are able to get it up into the back. So well done. So they are going to take this high ground and do their best to kind of rain fire with this.
Yeah, and
comp.
Trudogger already almost has this window. That's the big thing.
Insane.
Already
That's
at 90%.
crazy. Sources at 25.
They'll probably play around this window, and then, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, he does have window. Haruhiro does get the pick onto SWB. They force the Immortality Field, and now we're just going to kind of run right into them. This Genji is farming Blade, but not really doing a whole lot. He does take out Haruhiro, but unless we're about to witness some anime protagonist greatness, I don't think he's going to do it. So Epizeuxis does just walk in and take first point here.
Yeah, but I mean, the biggest thing here is Brawl, you're looking to play not around the ults, but playing around your overall abilities and damage that you have, upfront damage. Whereas this Double Shield is now looking to play around this ult and play the stall. Second point really shoots more to their advantage, while Epizeuxis on this Brawl, I mean, they have to take space at this window. That's the big thing right now. And they don't have high noon to take space. They have a sim. So you need to be using the sim TP to get in and this window to take space. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just let them TP in again, but they probably shouldn't.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't. Especially you mentioned that if they're getting value from their ults from this window, he's still really only 70 there, and Trudogger has a second. So we'll see how they can make use of it. Right now they're set up. They do teleport right in. Shani is able to get a decent amount of people up into the air. Shani comes down. They take the Immortality out. He gets Sly. He gets Trudogger, and then goes down to Golo. So. He does come away with a couple kills with the Genji ult, which is nice, but right now both teams still fighting on point. Golo really just swinging away right now. They have a couple of ults, and they have pretty firm control at this point now as they're looking to cap second here.
I mean, the messier the fight, the more it's going to get with the Brawl. That's the biggest thing. I mean, earlier on, if they split, it's good, but if it's like a 3v3 and this Ryan is up, it's scary. The biggest thing right now is that, I mean, they won that fight because Genji Blade doesn't do as much as a Ryan Hammer. But what a huge wall by Preseason.
Yeah, great wall to come in out of the fight. Haruhiro drops the Mei ult and is able to cause havoc, like you said, try and just get this Brawl team in and fighting. They're going back and forth, and it looks like Epizeuxis has taken this straight to the house. That this is another pretty clean cap on the point
they need to switch off this Genji. This Genji is hurting them really hard in this spam phase, which is what helps them against this Brawl so much. Against the Brawl, Zephyr on this Genji really isn't like there's no benefit in comp other than comfortability, and it's really tough for that. SWB now on the Symmetra, I mean, I think these compositional switches, like they're looking to switch towards Brawl, but they have Bongo, right? So now this window is going to be looking, and it's again really tough for anything to happen for Manifest, because they're kind of stuck in between comps. But that pick by Zephyr really opens it up for them.
Yeah, the pick on the Haruhiro is a big deal. Kind of give you some time to farm up Blizzard and catch up right now. And so they did switch off to Genji. I was surprised by it myself that he didn't switch after the first Blade, but here he is, doing his best to get ahead on this Mei.
That pick really helps them breathe. That's the big thing. I mean, but they're still caught out with this Orisa now. They can't dictate tempo in the Brawl, and Maestro's now having your backspace. They have to give up this space, and this is really hurting them. They have 4 minutes now to capture this, and it's only about 30 meters.
Yeah, there's not much of an ult difference. Golo hits a really big shatter there. Sam's able to get the kill onto the source. Frozen pops the Symmetra ult, and right now it's just bloodlust from this team on Epizeuxis, just getting everything that they want, really cleaning up here. And that's kind of a free push, right? There are no ults, you don't really have much to defend, and that's it.
Wow.
And just like that, Epizeuxis takes the map and ultimately takes the match.
Yeah, I mean, Epizeuxis was favored, in my opinion, at least a bit. I think the map pool really helped them out as well. But I think Manifest looked really strong, a lot better than I thought they would. And I'm scared come season time. Ironed out some kinks with some comps. Like, the biggest thing there, in my opinion, was, especially on this last map, was how the Genji worked out. And, I mean, it was, again, very similar to that Doomfist on Control Center. It was Feast Famine, and because of the comps that Epizeuxis chose, it was Famine. So, I mean, I'm glad they're taking chances in these preseason finals, though. And it was really a great showing from both teams.
Yeah, it was really refreshing to see both teams really having players that popped off, that showed out, that had those kind of flashy plays, in addition to those like clinical rotations, actual good team play. And so it was really refreshing to see that. I was kind of worried after the first two maps, like, is this going to be kind of a clean sweep? And Manifest definitely fought back, and it was really refreshing to see them come back, take a game, come back after halftime, take another game. And so ultimately, Epizeuxis did put them away, but it was a really fun match by both teams. Schnee and Frozen both really popping off and having some really, really exciting plays to each of them.
Yeah, honestly, I had a lot of fun. My first cast here in Trank, super fun. Kraken, I hope you had fun. I had fun casting with you. Player of the match, though, Frozen is my pick, at least. The DPS was just so potent. I mean, Schnee on Manifest looked great, but they didn't come out in the winning end. I think a really underrated pick would have been Cam or Truedonger. They've been long stays in the community that have been really great, but I think Frozen has looked really looked amazing today, honestly. Probably an early favorite for like some awards coming in later on in the season. I think if this shows anything about this preseason tournament for Trans Tier, shows anything about the Trans Tier for coming on in the season, I'm super excited to watch it and be involved. But yeah, who's your MVP? How'd you feel?
I had fun. Like you said, this was my first Overwatch cast with Tranquility as well. So lots of interesting experiences. I would also have to go Frozen for MVP, that he really made a couple of clutch plays that made it more fun. I think he had the highlight of the game with that Doomfist play onto the Baptiste there. So pretty interesting from both sides. One thing that's interesting is that in the preseason bracket, neither of these teams had any buys. They both went all the way from the bottom of I know it's a random bracket, but still all the way from the bottom. They fought their way through. And so even though Epizeuxis comes away on top, I think both of these teams deserve to feel really excited about this season. I feel like they both have something to really hang their hat on and feel proud about. So really, really well played by both of these teams. I had a blast.
Yeah. So matches coming up. Anything coming up? What's happening with that, Kraken? Do you know anything about Trank in the next week?
Yeah, so on tomorrow, Thursday, February 17th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the Discord tier finals, I believe, between SEAL Team Spuds and Cosmic Castaways.
Oh, my team. I love the SEAL Team Spuds. Do you like the SEAL Team Spuds?
I'm pretty new to the scene. I don't really know a whole lot. However, I do know almost all of the Cosmic Castaways, and so I'm familiar with them. I don't have enough game knowledge to make any preds, but I can say that it's a match that you do not want to miss out on. So make sure to tune in tomorrow for that as well. Yeah, you got any last things that you want?
The Iris podcast is going to be early tomorrow after that game. It'll be right after that game, and then afterwards we have the Monday at 9 p.m. We have I think Predicting Tranquility week 1 with Bowsy. I think nerfed in PDK as it is right now. And then coming up, we got the EU feature match. I think it's A10 Esports. I don't know who exactly they're playing. I can't remember. But then you have the Harmony tier from NA finals for week 1 coming up on that Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday will be the week 1 for Trans tier and Thursday. So season starting up. I've had a lot of fun. It's been great.
Yeah, it's a great time. All right, everybody. It has been a blast tonight on Tranquility Gaming. Congratulations to the Transcendence preseason champions, Epizeuxis, who triumphed over Manifest with a score of 4-2. It was a really well played game by both of these teams. I feel so lucky. This was a really fun cast. At a really good time. Tune in tomorrow again, like we said, February 17th, 8:30 p.m. to see the Discord preseason finals. SEAL Team Spuds versus Cosmic Castaways. It's a game you really do not want to miss. Thanks again to everybody, to Capital, my trusty analyst, who has enough Overwatch IQ to make us both look good, to Booth for producing, who also helps make us look good. So thanks again. Thanks to you for watching. Have a great night, and Tranquility Gaming signing off.
Thank you.